welcome to another edition of In a Matter of Minutes. Today we're talking about PR and the value it can provide to you and your practice, and I'm pleased to be joined by Brian Hart, the president and founder of Flackable, a PR firm, national PR firm that focuses specifically to helping financial advisors and financial companies to get PR for their firm. So thanks so much for joining me, Brian. It's a pleasure to have you.
John, I'm glad to join you. Thanks so much.
Thanks. So we're going to be covering today the value of PR and why you want to earn that PR and get quoted and in different news media outlets and journals, newspapers, online sites, and all of that. And also be talking about the relationship that we have with Flackable. We've been working with Flackable as a firm, USA Financial, for the last 5 years or so, and we also have an offering that advisors can take advantage of as well. So, Brian, let's jump right in and answer that big question. You know, what's the value of getting a quote in an article, writing an article yourself, and having that done, most importantly, having that done directly with an editor or a writer of a firm, as opposed to going out and paying someone to write an article and place it like an advertisement?
Yeah, so PR gets so many different definitions assigned to it. You know, it's a very vague term, so we're very specific in how we approach PR. We are all about earning and leveraging third-party credibility for the advisors that we work with. So that means rather than paying for advertisements, we're going out and building relationships with key members of the media, looking at national media, looking at your local media, and also finding value with some of the trade publications as well to establish you as a thought leader, as an authority, and really as a leader among your peers on different topics and areas of your expertise. So we're not working on paid placements. We're working on actually making you a part of the news rather than an advertisement that's the static in between the news. With our approach, you are the content. You're what people are going there to read about or watch on TV. Now, that's one half of the puzzle. You know, that's more of the publicity side of it. Now, you know, no advisor has ever come to us looking for publicity straightforward. They always have a greater business goal in mind. And oftentimes to reach those business goals, whether it's acquiring new clients, helping to recruit new talent to the firm, you know, positioning themselves perhaps for acquisition, you know, any of those, you know, very specific business goals that they're working on, it requires you taking that earned media success and leveraging it through your existing marketing channels. That's how you get the full value of what we offer.
Definitely. Thank you so much. And you hit the nail on the head there, where it's you're not just going out and doing this for your health. It's not a, if you build it, they will come. I use that a lot. In this case, you are then able to promote that. And from a compliance perspective, if you were to pay for an advertisement, well, you paid for people to see it, so you can't promote it as being a thought leader and authority, as you said. Whereas when you actually get that relationship built that you work so hard through your career to do, to have those relationships with editors who are looking for quotes and looking for authorities to respond and answer and even write full articles on financial topics, then you have provided that upon your own ability to have that knowledge, and now can promote that, can put that and market it, put it on your website, put it in your seminar folders, and have that third-party credibility that says, hey, I'm not just saying who I am, these other people are. And all sorts of Insurance News Net and Wealth Management and Wall Street Journal, you've gotten all sorts of different, you know, not only for executives and myself included here at USA Financial, but for advisors as well.
Yep, that's exactly it. You know, for advisors, getting that level of credibility is so important, but in a highly regulated industry, it's very difficult as well. You don't have the luxury of just, you know, gathering a bunch of client testimonials and being able to loosely throw those around like a lot of other businesses can do. You know, there are rules and regulations in there, but when you're quoted in the media by a credible news source, while it's not a direct endorsement, it serves a lot of the same purpose, because they're telling the world that they view you as an expert in your field. And that has a powerful, powerful branding impact.
Yeah. And you referenced sort of the SEC testimonial rule there, and you actually helped me get placed an article on that SEC testimonial rule and how advisors can work through that. And I'll actually include a link to that article in the description of this video. So if you want to take a look below, if you're watching this, take a look at the link below, and we'll have that as a resource. Talking about how you can not work around, but work through the SEC testimonial rule and still get value. So let's talk about how you work with advisors and the offering that you have specifically through USA Financial.
Sure. Yeah. So all of our relationships start with a discovery call where we interview you just like a reporter would, starting with your background, but then talking about some of the big news topics. And these could be topics that are being covered by the news that you have a unique perspective on, or it can be topics that aren't being covered by the news but should be. But these are the ideas that we want to gather as we get ready to go and reach out to the media on your behalf to secure opportunities for you to be featured. So we start by getting to know each other over the phone. Then we pick an official start date and we jump right into the campaign from there. We do have custom preferred pricing specifically for USA Financial advisors. And the plans that we have available are fully customizable as well, because we know no two practices are the same. And while we have some standard packages and plan makeups that are very popular among advisors, we do offer that level of customization and flexibility depending on your specific needs and the opportunities we're pursuing.
Yeah, and we'll include the latest package options in the description field as well, so you can go out and see. It's always, when putting a video out, we don't want to give specific numbers because those are subject to change whether you're watching this on the day of publication or 2 years from now. We want to make sure that you have the most recent information. Going back, Brian, I was just thinking about the distinction between an advertisement and a distinction of that earned PR media. From a marketing perspective, the goal is to have a well-rounded marketing funnel and a well-rounded offering of the different initiatives and tactics that you happen to be doing in your firm. So we're not suggesting that this is going to be the replacement for actual advertisements that you're making. They have their place. Doing advertisements in the local community, in the newspaper, in performing arts playbills, or whatever it happens to be, seminars and the like, this is not a replacement for those things. This is a bolstering of that and bringing in and building that well-rounded marketing funnel so that all of these parts and pieces are working together, so that when somebody gets that advertisement, they may have read your news, your article in the local newspaper, or they go to your website and see who you are and all that, the articles that you've been included in, and then they get some other piece. There's the sort of that law of numbers and the number of contacts that someone has to see your name and engage with you before they're willing to move forward. So this is, I just wanted to make that clear, that this isn't a substitution. This is really that added value to be part of a truly well-rounded marketing plan.
That's exactly right. And we do pride ourselves in taking an integrated approach. So rather than siloing off PR from your marketing, from your advertising, we like to take a holistic view of that. And while we don't replace your advertising arm or your marketing arm, we should be their best friends and be working very closely with them and make their efforts more effective, and vice versa. Some of the things that your advertising arm and your marketing arm are doing should absolutely help us get better results for you as well. A good-looking website for your PR team is a lot easier to market, than an older-looking website, and things of that nature. They're very much codependent. We want everything clicking, along at the same level to have ultimate success.
Definitely. Well, any last concluding thoughts there, Brian?
There's such a big opportunity on the PR side for advisors right now. Advisors are rethinking how they're marketing themselves, how they're putting their brands out there, and how they can be more engaged with their digital communities and how they can build those online communities and build their brands online. So PR, from my observations and experience, is now more valuable and important than ever for advisors. So, if you've never considered PR before, or maybe you have but didn't think the timing was right, now's a good time to re-explore that, because the value's there and the opportunity is absolutely there.
Excellent. And we'll put all of your contact information for advisors to reach out to you if they are interested in moving forward. Brian, I wanted to thank you so much for joining me on In a Matter of Minutes. And as we always say, make the minutes matter.